I made over $4,500 with this one Solana trade, and in today's video I'm gonna explain you step by step what was behind the trading idea. Let's go. Okay, first of all guys, I'm always very patient and I always wait for either a support zone or a resistance zone to get hit, and I have to see this support or resistance zones on the daily time frame, on the 12-hour time frame and on the 4-hour time frame, and this is the first requirement for today's trade, but I will show you on the chart. Come on. Okay guys, this is the trade I'm talking about, and now I will zoom out to the daily time frame. First things first, we had this crazy impulse to the upside, as you can see right here, very strong. And on the daily time frame, I'm looking at this order block. This is the first area of interest when I look at this trade, because we were on this move downwards when I was looking for it. Then I say, okay, this daily order block is interesting. I go on the 12-hour time frame, and I can clearly also see that this is an interesting zone since we have lots of price action here. So I can say, okay, this is a support zone on the 12-hour. Then I go further to the 4-hour and go to the left, and I can clearly see this is a support zone, and we have now the daily 12-hour and 4-hour confluence. And I tone it down a little further, maybe to this order block on the 4-hour when the impulse to the upside started, or this order block. You can take whatever you want, it's not that important. And then I'm waiting for a retracement into this zone that I'm marking out right here, and as you can see, price retraced into this zone, and then I'm start to looking for some long trades. And what comes next is that we wait for a high probability market structure break. Then the next step of today's trade is that we wait for, once price reached our zone of interest, we wait for a high probability break in structure on the minute 15 time frame. But it's important to know there are high probability break of structures and low probability break in structures, and we did a course for all the elite members in Tribe Capital on it. If you're interested in learning a lot of things about the market, you can check down below, there is a link, you can join Tribe Capital, and yeah, you can get all our courses where we talk about all the important things in trading. And yeah, the next step is that we exactly wait for a high probability break of structure, and I'm gonna show you exactly how it was looking for me. Okay guys, now we are looking from the 4-hour time frame. We reached this support zone right here. We are toning it down to the M15, and as you can see, I marked this zone out. We retraced into it earlier, and I must admit that I had 2 losses before taking this trade. This is all part of the game. You will have some losses eventually in your trading career. And now we retraced very deep into this zone, and I marked out the significant high right here, counting correct market structure. There is a so-called 2-candle rule for me, but more that on the courses in Tribe Capital. And then I targeted this high. This was the significant high to break, and once we broke it, I just set my entry at the first low to grab liquidity, and then I am betting on more upside, which we retraced into it pretty well. I set my limit order, put my 2% stop loss, because yeah, some of you don't know my trading system, but now my zone to long is until here, and until we reach this price I am looking for longs. If this trade would have gotten stopped out, I would just have tried again, but here we went good on the first try, and then we are in the trade, and then it's just time to let the trade run. Man, I just can't pass my prop firm challenges. What? You know about the code? That's crazy. My prop firm of trust, guys, is Bright Funded, because I had over 34 payouts with them, and that's why I chose to work with them. So from now on you can use code FLOP for 20% off. That's FOLP for 20% off at checkout. And now let's get funded together. Yeah, of course I will buy you some treats as well. Okay guys, next I'm gonna talk about the risk management of the trade. On all my funded account I take very low risk. I take 0.75%, and I know the fact that some trades will run into my stop loss. Prior to this trade I lost 2 trades, but once my stop loss gets hit and my invalidation is not invalidated, I will just enter again, and the TP stays the same, so the RR gets bigger, and that way my winners will also make up my losses, and they will also get me to a payout. So it's very important to know your risk management and know your RR of your system. Okay guys, next I'm gonna show you my exact take profit target on the trade. On the 4-hour I saw that this high was the last high that got created when we retraced into this zone, and I never take the highest high, because all greedy people will target this high, and what I do and what we at Tribe Capital do, we always take the second to highest high. As you can see right here, this is the high, and we always take the second to highest high from this one. So On the 1 hour, it's clearly this one, and I just took this one. The RR of the trade was 6.4, which is very high, and it made up the losses, and it gave me also a lot of profit. So I targeted the second to highest high, and that was my take profit target for this trade. So keep in mind, always take the second to highest high and don't be greedy. Okay guys, the last step is a very important step, and it's maybe one of the hardest. As you know, I have my 400k funded capital split over 3 accounts, and this 100k account I took the trade on is now in between 2.5% to 3% profit, and now I don't touch the account anymore until I can request my withdrawal. And while I wait for this, I will focus on the other accounts. That way I don't give back any profit to the market, and I will have a fixed withdrawal in a few days. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you have a question, leave it down in the comments below and I'm happy to answer it. And yeah, like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.